On the banks of the St. Johns River, there's a good look inside Everbank Stadium here in downtown Jacksonville. But today, two AFC teams set to do battle. It should be a good one, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here now is Cam Little out to get us started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both, and at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Allen going to go to the air right away. And his throw is incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Allen off the play fake. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Allen going to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one good for 24 yards.
And the Bills, first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Well, you want to make sure that on an opening drive that you at least stay out there for a while and get into the flow of the game. A 3-and-out would have been problematic, but that's a good throw there to ensure they get another set of downs.
A quick throw there is incomplete. Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy check downs. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
From midfield, here's Allen. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 49 yards. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Jaguars nothing.
5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior, whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations, and he's doing everything in his power to follow through.
Now Lawrence.
That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Usually in this spot, you'd hear an offensive coordinator saying, don't feel like you've got to get this all back at once. But here, they give up the opening touchdown and say, no time like the present to show what we can do too. And that's big yardage on their initial play from scrimmage.
And he's got this down to the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Another Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
In motion, the tight end.
Lawrence will throw.
He's got Thomas yet again, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play? It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Screenplay, here's ETN.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
And the Jaguars first down. First down and goal to go.
The opening drive, it continues, Charles, to be all pass, and it's working. Now they're on the doorstep of a touchdown here, first and goal.
Brandon, because it's working so well, I think the entire playbook is open for them right now. Do you want to run it? Do you want to continue to throw it? Spin the dial. Make your choice. But right now, you like what you're doing in this possession.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with 1 more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Lawrence to throw.
Yeah, he's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Jaguars respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. From the gun, it's Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line.
The Bills, first down. First and 10 at the 44.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Here's Allen to throw it. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now Allen. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis. And it's third down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Brandon Cooks. Incomplete. It's now fourth down.
And here now is the Jaguars' all-time leading scorer in another uniform. He had over 1,000 points with the Jags, Josh Scobie. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
3rd and 9 here.
Hey, I got him, man, I got him.
Here's Allen. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have taken the lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Now Prater to add the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. A 10-play drive that time. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Complete to number 7, Brian Thomas Jr. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Lawrence.
His throw incomplete.
Lawrence's pass intended for Parker Washington. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Now Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage, put the ball right on him.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Here's Lawrence to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
Well, so much for being backed up against their goal line to start the drive. He gave him some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Now Allen.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At the 34. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Back to throw. Lawrence.
They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne.
And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
On play action, Allen. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Brandon Cooks. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Prater on to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Bills 21.
One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. A quick throw complete to Washington. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a gain of a yard. And the Jags are going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Lawrence now to throw after that last run.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
This is 2nd and 8.
Buzz, be ready, be ready.
Back to throw. Lawrence.
Very quick throw. He's got Myers.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Lawrence.
He'll get this off to ETN.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
First down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7.
Operating from the gun. Lawrence. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll go down at the 28. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They go play action now. Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 17-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Throw left side complete. That's Morris. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence.
This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
And they'll run with ETN.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Lawrence will throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Johnny Munt, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Jags take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Jaguars 14.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
That's complete to Cooks. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Dodges him at the 50. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Another Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Allen taking it himself. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. A gain of a yard. First down, Buffalo.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run the counter with Cook. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 4. They can still get a first down without scoring. From the gun, it's Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Brandon Cooks on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns. And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone. Now Prater to add the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Jaguars.
So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. The Jaguars offense and Trevor Lawrence getting set for this next drive. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Thomas brings it in. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Another Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Intended for Brenton Strange. Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
He gets it to Thomas. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
All right, let's give the kicker some credit here because he didn't let the inaccurate snap phase him whatsoever. Trusted his holder to get the ball down in time, stuck to his routine, and somehow found a way to put the ball through the uprights.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. James Cook running back out now.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
There's Cooks in motion right.
Allen.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Bills 1st down. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Bills.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you downstate an hour or two to Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far.
Mike
The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
At the 20-yard
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Washington. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Fair catch. Signaled for.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
25-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. In motion right is Davis. Here's Allen to throw it. Shakir hauls it in. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Bills first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
On the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jaguars' 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Motion man is Shakir. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Has his man. It's Shakir. 7 yards there and a first down.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Bills first down. A gain of 7 down Buffalo.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
He was tackled at the 27.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They run it again with Cook. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Allen. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Prater's kick is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. Right at the 30. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll have good field position at midfield following the turnover as they start with a 1st down here. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Option play. Here's Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8.
To throw, it's Allen. He gets it to Cooks. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage on a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Now Allen setting up the screen for Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen to throw once more. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. The Jaguars offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 2nd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Open man is Myers. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. Now Thomas will come in motion right.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line.
The Bills offense and running back James Cook heading onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
At the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 6.
Cook up the gut. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Bills 1st down. A gain of 12.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
To the air, Allen. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Intended for Dalton Kincaid. Incomplete. Devin Boyd on the coverage defensively.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville.
Allen going to throw.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now a 2nd and 10. ETN up the middle.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here's Logan Cook now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he's going to have a Bills 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They run again on first down. Cook
knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 30. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's Cook again. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 127 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Now Allen off the bootleg. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
1-yard attempt.
Prater's kick is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Jags offense and Brian Thomas getting set to take over once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the fourth quarter. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete into the hands of Myers. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Jaguars 1st down. And that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give them a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Well, give them credit. They're going to stay and fight this out to the end. 4th down, you've got to go for it. And they not only convert, but pick up some good yardage as well.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone. He's hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Lawrence will throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
That's another Jaguars 1st down. 1st and 10.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple more times to give them a chance.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bills' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Allen. Shakir holds it in. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
First down. A gain of 14.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 38 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Allen to throw it. Has his man. It's Shakir. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
It's a gain of 11.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
136 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Again, it's Cook. Yeah, good work there in open space, and he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
First down. A gain of 12.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, You're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Jaguars' 32-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Allen now on the option right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Handoff comes to Cook. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Second and goal from the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Tried to punch it in with the extra beef of the fullback on 3rd and goal, but it didn't work.
And you think to yourself, more size, more physicality, you're going to wedge and create a hole. Sometimes that extra size actually takes up that space, and you get nowhere. Let's see what they come up with next.
Cook. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
No gain on the play.
Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Lawrence gets this to Myers. And they'll get this up to the 10, but that's all. A nice job there to bring him down defensively.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 10-yard line.
Here's 2nd down. Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game, and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Throwing now, Lawrence. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Here's Lawrence. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He'll try to do it himself. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.